my loves. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Marsha Wald. I'm a transformational life coach, Reiki master, feng shui consultant, and a numerologist here on the beautiful island of Maui. I am also a realtor, so I can also help you to find your beautiful soul-aligned home here. But what we're going to be talking about is dealing with the energies of 2023. So we are getting to almost the mid part of the year, and we have had to deal with an intense eclipse in May. On May 5th, we had the full moon eclipse and full moon in Scorpio, I believe. And Scorpio is the 8th house, and that is the house that goes into the deep and depth. You know, digging up, going deep and digging up the things and bringing up to the surfaces things that we have buried, things that we don't want to look at. And so it was a very intense period for me personally. And so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to have a chat with you today and talk about how to have tools in place, you know, different type of tools in place to help you navigate the energies that are transpiring in 2023. So, as most of you know, I do numerology, and 2023 is considered a number 7 year. And a number 7 has to deal with solitude, that inner, craving that inner space, that alone time. It's considered a number of the hermit. If most of you know about using tarot cards, the hermit is the one who is the recluse, who wants to be by himself. And so the 7th energy is what we're feeling in 2023, where it's a more individualized number, and it's a more individualized year where people are more about themselves. And so if you are not listening to the depth and your spirit, you can have the tendency to focus more on the material side. So it's myself, my material body self wants to be away from everybody else. And you may find you have that hard time wanting to be around people. So it's very intense for those who are also celebrating their 7th year's personal 7th year cycle. So you're getting a double edge of it. Myself. Also, if you have a 7 in your birthday, if you're born on the 7th month of the year, which is July, or you are born on the 7th, which like myself, or you have a 70 or one of those 70s babies, you're having the experience a double energy of double impact of the number 7 vibration. The number 7 also have a beauty to it, because if you spend the time, it's the divine number. Again, it's the number of completion, and it's also a divine number. So it's more of us trying to seek that quiet time to connect with the divine. And if you never had a spiritual relationship before, you may be feeling a longing in your soul or a longing inside, and you can't figure out what that is. And basically 7 draws you closer to the divine. 7 pulls you in to want to have a spiritual connection with the divine. And also the beauty of 7, so even though you go in and you get connected to the divine, you are also going to want to share. It's also the number for the spotlight. So you may find a lot more people speaking up, having social media accounts, or want to speak or have their voices heard. So again, this is all of what the number 7 encompasses. It's also the number of Jubilee. In the Bible, when you reach that 7-year cycle, it's completion. If you have a debt, they would wipe the debt and you would start anew. If your sins would be forgiven and you would start anew. So there is all this huge vibrational energy of a number 7. The beauty of 2023 for me as a numerologist, I also look at the numbers that make up whatever number, because in numerology you always had all the numbers together to get to a single digit. And in some cases, when they're master numbers, there's like a whole different topic. So we're going to get to a number 7, but you look at the numbers that make up the 7th year, and it's all followed by 2s. So you have 2 and 2 and 3, and the number 0 also making up the number 7. 2s, of course, represents relationship, but it's also a very sensitive number. It wants you to there's that tug of war, because a part of you, the 7, is pulling you to be by yourself, but the 2s is saying no, you need companionship, you need cooperation, you need relationships. Focus on your relationships, make your relationships good, so that, and there's a balance. And so I'm so grateful for that, because 7 is a very serious number. 3 is involved, and 3 is a fun number, but 3 is also the number that shows like, oh, I'm vibrant and happy, but there's deep pain inside. So 3 can hide behind that, oh yeah, everything is perfect, and yet there's pain inside. So be mindful of trying to over socialize when your soul is calling you for that quiet time. And so I had to pull some tools out of my arsenal in order to help me to navigate this new season and all these intense eclipses, because as empath, as spiritual people, you tend to feel more what's going on around you. And so I have to firstly spend more quiet time with spirit, and then I recognize too, in stepping away and finding my quiet space and pulling on my tools. And my tools includes, I have crystals, certain crystals that I work with, like black tourmaline, which helps to clear my energy field. I have selenite, and actually today I'm wearing my selenite and kyanite, and kyanite is the blue and selenite is the white. And so selenite helps to keep me in that high vibration, but also keeps my channel clear, so that I know this is not mine, this is something else. Clear it, let it go. I am also rocking my citrine. Citrine has been with me because I need, citrine brings in that joy, that vibrant light. I'm wearing more beads because sunstone brings in the sun energy, and in eclipse time, you know, there's a dark, you go into the deep. So I also need to bring in the light for me to keep my energy and my vibration up. Also, my malachite, and malachite is the stone, the green one, of transformation. And so I am doing some deep work, because also in the 8th house there's deep work, there's transformation. There's the Pluto planet, which Pluto is a transformation. It's the excavator. It goes down deep and root things up and bring it to the surface. And so because I'm showing up for this and I am saying yes to spirit, I am ready for this, because I know that this is a part of my work of service. Because when I do my work, it makes me better for you and to be able to show up better for you. So these are some of the tools that I have. I do my numerology. I work with crystals. I chant. I use a lot, because clears. I tone, which is using your voice. I pray in tongues. I use my spiritual language, and I also use light language. I use the crystal bowls. I have my sound alchemy, where I have my bowls, I have my drum. So these are things that I use and work with to help me to clear and channel. And I go out in nature, I go for a drive, I do things that are pleasurable. So this is, and guess what? I am actually doing them alone. So this is me feeding that alone spirit, but also remembering that I have to come back into alignment with my relationship, because I'm married. So I also need to remember that, hey, I need to create that union, that, and nurture that relationship. And that's how you use the tools to work with reminding you that, hey, I need to bring myself back into union and fellowship. Another thing that you can do for those that are single and then feeling like they want to shut themselves off completely, placing some tools around your house. Put 2 toothbrushes, put 2 stones, rose quartz stones together, especially if you're working on manifesting love and bringing in your partner. This is also a really good time to do your deep spiritual work in aligning, bringing your vibration up to align with the person that you're bringing in for your life partner, right? So the number 7 energy is a very powerful time, because the number 7 energy was what I used when I was working on manifesting my husband and bringing in that loving relationship. I spent a lot of time in that quiet time with spirit, working through the things that were not in alignment. And so one of the things that may happen is that you may start to remember other relationships that are popping up for you. Don't run away from the memory. Sit in the memory of it. Work through the memory of it. What is Spirit trying to tell you? What is Spirit trying to clear? So that you can bring in clarity, clear, orderly, the type of relationship and the things that you desire. This is also the time to dream, to put your dreams down on paper, to explore your dreams. What do you desire for yourself? Where do you see your future? These are questions that you need to ask. How do you want to see yourself show up for this time, in this season, in this earth plane? How do you want to be of service? What are the things that you would like to change in your life? This is a time for you to reflect. The number 7 energy is a time for you to reflect. Right? How do you want your spiritual relationship to be? What aspects of yourself do you want to explore that you were afraid of exploring because you were afraid of what you might uncover? So these are the questions that you can ask yourself. And so for me, if you need help, feel free to click the link below. Art of Living Maui is my website, or you can find me on Instagram at The Real Marsha Wald. Book a session with me and I can help you to navigate these. We have tons of tools that I'll help you to figure out what works for you, right? A lot of you may be seeing colors and numbers and having vivid dreams. I can help you with that, interpret that, because we all have what we need inside of us. We all have what we need inside of us. We all have the answers inside of us. So again, I hope this message was helpful for you. And as we close out, remember each day to center yourself and use your mantras. I am deeply rooted and grounded in love. I am deeply rooted and grounded in love. I am deeply rooted and grounded in love. And also remember that the I am presence is working in you. Remember all the things that you add after I am is creative. So remember to add powerful words and phrases to describe I am powerful. I am a mighty being. I am a mighty warrior. I have a calm spirit and a sound mind. I have the mind of Christ. Speak kind things to yourself. Think kind thoughts, because this is a powerful manifesting creative time in this number 7 energy. And allow the 3 energy to come in to remind you to play, because 7 can be very serious. Remember, it's time to play also and nurture your relationship in this time. So balance, nurture your relationship, spend a quiet time, explore your spirituality, and dream a vision journal. All right. Thank you much for being on here. I love you all. Malama pono. Aloha.